How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Below Average Wrestling Podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is Jonathan. What's going on, guys?
What's going on? So we are back once again, another week with the Below Average Wrestling Podcast. I'm going to say it a lot of times today. That way I don't forget
The
what we're
Below
called.
Average Wrestling Podcast.
Sometimes I feel like it's a little long,
Bruh.
but I like it because we kind of suck.
You know something funny? My sister was like, what do you guys called? And I was like, the Below. I was like, let me look at all that. The Below Average. I was out the Below Average. Oh, by the way, shout out to my sister. I didn't tell you. She listened to the podcast.
Oh,
the
did
whole
she?
thing. Yeah, she just put it on. She was like, oh, I know, because she was relating to because she was with me when I was doing watching the wrestling and all that stuff when I was younger. So she watched it with me. So that's why she was relating.
You know what?
to it.
I think I saw her subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I think so.
I think I could swear if I saw it. So Johnson's sister, if you're listening, thank you very much for the subscription.
She always supports. She's always watching.
Oh
your
yeah,
videos
she
and
supported.
everything, so.
Yeah, she's even supported my wife and I on YouTube as well. But yeah. So that's awesome.
Shout out, Ellie.
Shout out. Is she into wrestling?
A little bit, not a lot. She knows who people are.
Would she be able to hold a conversation?
That. I don't think so.
You don't think?
I don't think so. She's not. She doesn't really watch the full episodes. Just whatever she saw. When I was watching it or whatever.
I see.
But no, I don't think so. But she knows most of the wrestlers, but she'll be like, "Who's that?" or "Who's that?"
Oh, okay.
So no, I don't think so.
She wouldn't be singing Shinsuke Nakamura's song.
She doesn't like him.
Oh, she doesn't like him. What?
Yeah, she doesn't like him. I don't think she doesn't like his entrance.
Really? Oh, okay.
And entrance is epic.
She doesn't like his entrance at all.
Yeah.
He's got a really good entrance. The little what is it, violin? The
hand
hand.
I
The
know
hand
you
thing.
can't see me, but I'm doing the hand movement.
You're doing
right
the
now.
John Cena. You can't see me. No, you're doing the Shinsuke thing.
The Shinsuke.
All right, guys. So this is after FastLane. So we're gonna kind of go over the results of FastLane and Monday Night Raw for what was it? March the what was it? The 12th?
What day are we in? Today's the 14th.
Yeah, we record this on a Wednesday. Yeah. All right. So it's the 14th. And what was it? Raw was on the 12th, and then SmackDown was on the 13th.
Correct.
So we're gonna do our results for FastLane, kind of go over them, kind of see how we did last week with our predictions. I remember some of the predictions I made last week, but I don't think I did that bad, except for maybe one.
I think. Me too. I think it was one that I missed, but I don't even think we did the Brizongo one.
Well, no, we didn't, because we didn't expect that.
Yeah,
we didn't expect that as the pre-show, but I guess we can skip it. Brizongo and Ty Dillinger, they won. They beat Mojo Rawley and Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, which I like their theme song for some reason.
Which one?
The Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin theme song. I don't know why. I'll have to show you the theme
guitar,
song.
right?
No.
They have a new one.
No, I have to show you the theme song once we're done recording. But I like their song. I don't know why. It's like a weird hip hop style, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's really cool.
I think it sucks that they're back down to.
Yeah, I think they're super talented. So
yeah, they're back down. They're in the pre-show.
They're
with
in pre-shows
Breezango,
now.
So yeah, it sucks. But I heard it was. I kind of saw the match. It was a good match. So
was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I kind of skipped the pre-show,
I
but I
usually don't
like
watch the
I like
pre-shows,
Chad
yeah.
Gable and Shelton Benjamin a lot.
they're
I think
good wrestlers.
Yeah, and Ty Dillinger, I don't know what he's doing down there, but maybe after Mania. I think we talked about it last week. After Mania, I have a feeling a lot of these teams and a lot of these individuals are going to be maybe giving a second look.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Speaking of that, we saw what Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Yeah, Rusev lost, of course.
No, I don't think none of us.
Nobody expected he was gonna win.
Yeah,
of course, to kill the momentum of Shinsuke going to
Mania. Yeah,
to
that
Mania.
was not gonna happen.
But I think it was a good match. Rusev is a good wrestler. As big as he is, he moves very quick.
He does move really quick.
Yeah, and my prediction, well, I said Shinsuke was gonna win.
Yeah, I did as well. I liked the match. This was probably one of the matches that I did see in its entirety from the pay-per-view. It was getting late, so man, I had to fast forward a lot of things. So there was a couple of matches that I was like, all right, I really want to watch this. I really want to watch that.
Yeah.
So I think I did watch this one in its entirely, and I liked it. I thought it was fine. Rusev is over, man. Like he gets the crowd, man. The crowd loves it. So
yeah,
they gotta do something with him.
He's gonna get that push after Mania.
Yeah, they gotta do something with him.
Push after Mania.
All right, the next one. I didn't expect this. Randy Orton defeated Bobby Roode for the WWE United States Championship. I did not expect that.
I wasn't expecting it. Like his move is out of nowhere. Like that was out of nowhere. I really thought that that Bobby Roode was gonna win, and he was gonna keep the United States Championship for at least till Mania.
I thought I agree. I thought at least till Mania. I think we talked about it. That I thought that Randy Orton will there was no doubt in my mind that Randy Orton was going to become the WWE United States Champion. I just didn't expect it at Fastlane. I expected it at Mania. I was like, okay, it's a grander stage. Randy Orton, I don't even know, has Randy Orton gotten his WrestleMania moment? You know how they say the WrestleMania moment?
I think he has, because
he's been there forever. But I'm just saying, like, has he had his moment? And I felt like if he hasn't, that could have been something they could have capitalized. Randy Orton having his WrestleMania moment,
winning the championship,
winning a championship. Actually, the last championship that he needed to become the Grand Slam champion, to have held all the WWE championships.
That's true.
You know, so I felt like they could have created a moment there at WrestleMania with him. But they gave it to him in Fastlane. So okay. I mean, I think we kind of know where this is going to in Mania.
I think it's gonna be Roode, Randy, and
Jinder.
And Jinder.
Yeah.
So
it's probably gonna be a triple threat.
What it looks like. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. But it was a good match overall, though.
Really? Okay. I didn't watch this one. I fast forwarded.
They were really tight. They made the match very tight. Like they were both
equal. Okay. Well, that's good.
Until Randy caught him. What's his name? Roode threw himself from the third rope. I don't know.
I saw the finish. I think it looked like he was gonna go for like a shoulder block from the ropes or something, and then Orton caught him with an RKO.
It was nice, but that's Randy's move that he gets out of nowhere. I was like, wow. I texted you, right? I think I did text you. I was like, good for Randy.
I think you did text me. Yeah.
I texted you when I saw that.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on with Natalya and Carmella defeated Becky Lynch and Naomi. I predicted this one. I remember. Remember what you got it wrong. So, but remember exactly what I said. I said they gotta give Carmella a win, and I think Carmella pinned Naomi. I think she pinned Naomi, or was it Becky?
I forgot now. So because Carmella had a one-on-one with Naomi on Tuesday.
Yeah,
I think that's probably why.
But she got the pin. She got the victory. Which is why what I thought, I was like, they have to give Carmella the victory because they want her to look strong going into Mania, which I think that's when she's gonna fail to cash in the championship.
Yes, I heard that she's gonna be a bust, just like Corbin.
Just like Corbin. Yeah, it kind of sucks because Carmella's starting to grow on me, but I understand, and they're really moving with this whole Asuka thing, so there's no way. Now, my wife brought up a good point. She was like, well, just have Carmella cash in on Alexa.
She can, though, right?
I don't know. I asked her, I was like, wait, what the hell? Like, can she? And she was like, I don't know, but Alexa's a lot easier than Asuka.
That is true.
And I was like, well, that's true.
But I don't know how it's going to go because I know that's going into Raw, but I guess they have other plans for Alexa. So.
Yeah, I think they do, but that would be interesting.
It would be surprising.
Yeah,
because it's rare that WWE surprises us nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Randy's thing was a little close. It wasn't a big surprise, but
it wasn't a big surprise. I knew he was gonna win it eventually. I just didn't expect it in Fastlane.
Quick,
yes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I knew they have to make Carmella look strong. Going into Mania, so I'm not surprised that happened. The Usos versus the New Day, it ended in a no contest. What was it? Who came in? The Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh my God! This past 2 months, they've been putting the jobbers on them. They're like,
for real?
Like 150-pound dudes just so they can wrestle and then make them look so dominant and everything. And then they finally. I think it's funny the Bludgeon Brothers. They're big dudes.
Yeah,
they're pretty strong.
I like Harper, man. Harper can move, man. For a big guy, he can move. So I like him a lot. I didn't expect this to go to a no contest. Actually, I did expect a winner, but I guess it makes sense for them not to have a definitive winner when they're probably gonna have a rematch with the Bludgeon Brothers in there at WrestleMania.
I think that's what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be a
triple threat. Yeah. Which should be good. I think should be good because I think the Usos and the New Day always can put up a good match, and I think the Bludgeon Brothers, specifically more Harper, I think he's the most talented of the two. So I think all three teams combined can come up with something special at Mania, and I think that might be a sleeper, match of the night. I know everyone's expecting like Shinsuke and AJ to be match of the night, but that one could be a very solid contender, for at least being in the top 5 matches of that night.
Well, the Usos and the New Day have really good matches.
Yeah, they do. Good chemistry.
Yeah, they're really good. Like their matches are awesome. So I think some good force and some strong dudes coming in, which are the Bludgeon Brothers. I think it's gonna be good. Well, I know going into SmackDown, the beating that they gave.
They took a beating.
Half of the Usos and
Big E.
Big E. There we go. Yeah. So that was just sending a message, I guess you can say.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, definitely ended not how I expected, but I mean, it started off good. This was actually the match that I actually wanted to watch entirely too, because I thought it was gonna actually go to a finish, because I was like, oh, these guys are gonna put up a good match.
Yeah, man.
It was like 9 minutes, and so I was expecting more, obviously, but they did what they had to do. So it is what it is. Charlotte Flair defeated Ruby Riott by submission. I didn't expect. I guess I did expect that by submission. What do you think about that?
I'm not surprised. Of course, we knew that she was gonna win. We predicted that Charlotte was gonna win either way. Ruby Riott's actually a very talented wrestler. Yeah, but I think. They weren't going to give her the win. She's still too young into the company for her to be getting the title. At the end of this match, Asuka came in.
She did
to pick her opponent. So that's going to be a good match, man.
I think so too. I think so too. And I guess since we're speaking of I guess we can. We're speaking of the ladies. I guess we can talk about the Fabulous Moolah?
Yes.
Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal
right.
for the women. I guess, I was talking to my brother about this, and I was like, I guess that's a good way of adding all the other women they have no plans for into that. I mean, I don't see them doing nothing with Natalya, Becky Lynch, or Naomi for SmackDown. You know what I mean? Add them into that Battle Royal. Still a couple of people on Raw I don't see them doing anything with.
It's gonna be just like the Andre the Giant one, right?
Yeah,
because that's technically what they do with the men. Yeah. They throw them all in.
They just throw them in there.
Everybody's in Mania.
Yeah,
in Mania. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match. I do not know. I think Asuka's probably gonna take it
at Mania.
I don't know.
Oh, I think for damn sure
she has to.
Yeah. There's no way that Charlotte's gonna beat Asuka. I think they're waiting for Ronda Rousey to beat her.
Yeah, I remember I've been telling you that. Yeah, Ronda's the one that's gonna break that streak. But I think it's gonna be a good match. Charlotte Flair is a great athlete.
I think so too.
Great wrestler. Asuka's the same way. So I think it's gonna be a very entertaining match.
I think so too. I think this match is gonna be really good. But no surprises there with Charlotte Flair retaining the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Let's move on to the main event. AJ Styles defeated Kevin Owens, John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and Sami Zayn to keep the WWE Championship. What did you think about this one?
Dude, John Cena threw the crap out of AJ Styles onto that.
Oh, he did. On the table.
The table, man. Yeah. That was funny. It was good. It was a good match, man. I liked it. I liked it too. I think it was cool. John Cena did a good job on the match. Everybody did a good job, man. Believe it or not. But we all knew AJ Styles was gonna keep his title. He has to go to Mania.
We did. We definitely did. But something good that they did was they really gave us like really close pinfalls. So yes. I kind of fell for a couple. I fell for the Kevin Owens almost winning. I fell for Sami Zayn almost winning. So it was one of those things where I was like, oh, this might happen. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, well Shane came in, right?
Shane
is the one. He took the win off of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So
yeah. So I thought it was good too. I had fun with this one. This was definitely the best match of the night. What else did you think about this?
Well, I thought it was a good match.
Yeah.
I knew that they what's his name? Dude, I'm losing names today.
They're all right here. I got them on the list.
Shane McMahon did all that.
Shane McMahon's not on
that's
this
why he's
list.
not there. Shane McMahon did all that because they're trying to stir the whole pot for a match, and
which we'll get to it because it looks like SmackDown kind of leaded more towards that.
Yeah, so that had to be done, of course. So you can hype up the potential match that was going to be at Mania. But overall, I think that match was the best match of the pay-per-view this past Sunday.
It was, and the last pay-per-view of both of each brand, right? Like each brand.
Oh yes.
Now they're joining pay-per-views
after Mania,
right?
I believe,
so this is the last one.
This is the last one
because they're
trying to save some money.
Trying to save some money. Well, the ticket sales, I think that's probably the biggest thing. I think you see pictures online with the arenas looking half empty.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a main reason why they are deciding to do that. And if you look at this card, I'm like, man, am I gonna pay $500 to be front row with this card? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
The stadiums are empty. I've seen those. I've seen what's going on. But what sucks is about it's gonna be for the dude. I am so out today. It's gonna be for the superstars because
I agree.
They're not gonna have a lot of time. There's not gonna be a lot of time slots.
Oh, I agree.
In the pay-per-view, it's not like how much longer can they make it. The Raw's pay-per-views are 3 hours long, I believe. With the pre-show, I think it's 5.
We wouldn't have gone to Natalia and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Naomi. They probably wouldn't have been in the card. You know what I mean? So they would have missed out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's probably others that wouldn't have been in the card. They probably would have missed out too.
Even the pre-show, somebody else would have been in the pre-show.
Yeah, somebody else would have been in the pre-show.
So yeah, that's what sucks about it. Yeah, they're doing it. But at the end of the day, it's business is business, and to them, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
The talent, unfortunately, I think there's going to be less. They can't make a show 7 hours long. I can't. You won't be able to sit through a 7-hour show.
I could barely take 5 hours a week of wrestling.
Yeah, so it's gonna suck for them, but you know what? I think it's gonna be cool for us. You're gonna be able to see good matches from each brand and everything. You're gonna be able to see. The only thing is gonna be the top stars, of course, that are gonna be and all that. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
It sucks for the wrestlers, like we were saying, but I do agree that it'll make the pay-per-view less skippable. Like, I mean, I watch the pay-per-view. I normally don't watch it live. I'm doing something else live, so then I come back and I'm watching it replay that same night, but I'm watching the replay. So now I'm like, whoa, man, like it's gonna be less matches are gonna be skippable to me because now they're gonna be putting in all these top stars,
and you're gonna want to watch every single.
I'm gonna want to watch
match.
the whole damn show, and I have to work the next day. I gotta go see.
I was reading about that, and they don't know how much longer they're gonna. I think they're gonna probably put another hour in, and that's if
they
long.
do, they need to start earlier. They need to do the 4. Instead of starting,
right?
4:30,
right? 4:30,
something like that. 4:30 because of the pre-show.
Yeah,
but if they're gonna do the pay-per-view, what was it like? I think like already for Mania, there's like 12 or 14 matches, dude. I was reading about it like I think Monday or something. I was like, there's like so many matches already like rumored. I'm like, dude, WrestleMania's gonna start on like Saturday night, bro.
There's a lot of matches, man.
and go on the way to Sunday night.
There's a lot of people that are, I don't know. They're trying to squeeze everybody in their moments into WrestleMania, so everybody has their moments. So,
actually, I mean, at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if it starts like at 3, dude. Like at 3 p.m.
That's
and
crazy.
It ends at 8 p.m.
That's
right?
crazy. I'm gonna be skipping.
You can't skip Mania. It's live.
That's true. You can't skip Mania, but it's gonna be long, and all these pay-per-views are gonna be super long.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm hoping there's gonna be good matches and everything. It sucks for the superstars, but it's great for us.
It is. it definitely is. All right, let's move on to WWE Monday Night Raw. The show started with Kurt Angle. He announced that Brock Lesnar will not be at Raw, and then Roman Reigns came out pissed off.
Yeah,
he was mad. He entered, saying that he brought up good points. So I was talking to my wife about this too. And I was like, look, Roman's promos, even though they have been heavily, they're heavily scripted, they've had this good vibe to them. Like I like them so far.
They actually sound genuine.
It does.
It sounds like it's coming from him. So he's actually gotten very, very, very good at his promos.
Mm-hmm.
His mic skills got way better than what they were before.
Yeah, I mean, he brought up good points. He's like, you keep skipping work, you're gonna lose your job. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna try skipping work tomorrow. See if I lose my job.
But did you hear the crowd though?
What did
they were actually cheering for what he was saying.
I'm sure. Yeah,
they were cheering. So I believe what the WWE is trying to do with Roman Reigns, which is getting the people, the WWE universe to side with him, so he could actually people start liking him, because a lot of people don't like him.
No, yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's working with what they're doing, throwing at Brock Lesnar.
They don't have a lot of cards in their hand to try to make Roman Reigns as the hero, but I think this one is something that, this was actually a good way of trying to,
because everybody feels it, and everybody thinks, I'm like, damn,
I'm still pretty much sure that 90% of the building at WrestleMania is going to boo Roman Reigns over Lesnar, but I feel like at least WWE's taking a shot, in trying something different with Roman Reigns and this whole Lesnar angle, and I like it. I definitely like it. So Roman Reigns, was saying that Vince McMahon was the problem, that he protects Brock Lesnar, and this is where things got pretty cool. They got to show Roman Reigns was pissed. He walked to the back, and they showed all the way down the curtain. They showed Shane back there and the producers and Vince McMahon, and he went right into Vince McMahon's face and just started saying, started talking smack. Vince McMahon was like, let's go, a little bit more private and blah, blah. But I definitely enjoyed that, beginning segment. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was a cool start. For the show. Mm-hmm. We were able to see something a little more raw.
Yeah.
The back, everything. And then when, I guess he got suspended, or he got some time with his family, you could say, before Mania. But yeah, he got suspended and everything. Vince McMahon did state something that's, I'm pretty sure is true, that Brock Lesnar, he has his privileges, and, and most of them he earned, because he's been in the company for a long time.
Yep.
And when that happens, you become a part-timer. Yeah, maybe it's a little different because he's a champion.
Yeah.
I get it. But hey, I think it is what it is. It's like Jericho. Jericho comes and goes whenever the hell he wants.
Yeah, I think but I think what's rubbing people the wrong way is not that Lesnar's coming and going whenever he wants. It's the fact that he's taking the Universal Championship with him.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true what Miz says, that right now, technically, his championship is
the most important.
Is the most important.
Yeah,
one right now.
And I completely agree with him. I think his championship, the Intercontinental Championship, is the most important championship on Monday Night Raw right now, because I forgot how Universal Championship looks like. That's
true, and believe it or not, like the matches for the Intercontinental Championship are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
they've been putting a pretty good lineup for them. Strowman, all these other people. Seth Rollins and all them. So those are good matches, and you don't see like you used to see that the main championship was getting defended all the time.
Yeah,
it was on Raw all the time, and I get what the people are saying, and I guess there's always a side to everything.
Yeah, and I don't mind Lesnar being a part timer. I just think that him taking the belt with it is the problem. Yeah. I think that somebody who's there all the time should be having the belt and parading it around and saying, I am the man and blah, blah. But it is what it is. He's going to get the belt taken off of him come WrestleMania. We all know Roman Reigns. And yeah, like you said, Vince McMahon suspends him for, kind of confronting the boss, I guess you can say, for disrespecting, right? I guess that's kind of what they were going with. So Roman Reigns has been temporarily suspended. This for sure does not affect the match at Mania. This is just a storyline.
Well, I hope not. Because have you heard about the allegations he's getting?
I have heard of
for the steroids. There's a dude that says that he was giving steroids to a few wrestlers or big name people he was providing to.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't know what the whole deal was with that, because
well, he's been threatening to leak names.
Leak names? Oh, okay. That's all I've heard. Like,
he said something about Roman.
I heard Roman his name come out, but after that, I didn't hear anything of his, like, if it was like legit or if he was just bluffing or something.
Well, they're waiting on it, and I'm like, I know that Vince has a backup plan. We don't really know.
For damn sure
he has a backup plan, because the thing is that if he does find out that he's abusing, he has to take him out automatically because of the wellness policy that they have.
But he didn't fail WWE's wellness policy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Like no. You could be right though. You could be right. It could be that Vince McMahon has to suspend him for for what would be, this is the second offense. What would be that? That's like 90 days or something.
I think so.
Something like that. No, it could be that. But I'm just saying that didn't Lesnar also fail a UFC drug test?
That's true. And
they didn't
got suspended for 2 years
from the UFC.
From the UFC, yeah.
Not from the WWE.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't fail their wellness policy. He failed some other companies. Now this is a different situation, than Lesnar's, but I mean at the same time, it's like if you're treating Lesnar one way, I don't know.
It's a weird situation.
I mean, I agree with you. I think for sure Vince has a plan B and plan C ready.
Then again, maybe they already know, and they're probably just gonna give the news after and let the. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
It is a weird situation.
It is a weird. I heard of that about the whole steroid situation with Roman Reigns, and hey man, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and then you get caught.
Gotta do what we gotta do, right? All right, let's move on to the women's match. Sasha Banks defeated Sonya Deville. Banks won by submission with the Banks statement. Absolution ganged up on Banks, and so what was it? Bayley helped her. I feel like I remember that did Bayley help Sasha Banks? And then Sasha Banks won, if I'm not mistaken. And then Bayley left, and then that's when they beat up on Banks. I feel like I remember something like that, right?
Yes. I think that's something that did happen.
Okay.
I think she did show up. Bayley showed up.
Yeah.
She showed up.
And she had her back for the most part, but I think once the match ended, that's when Bayley just kind of booked it, and she just kind of took off. And that's when Absolution just kind of ganged up on Sasha Banks.
Sonya Deville's really good. I like her.
Do you?
You don't like her?
I don't know how I feel. Yeah, she's fine.
It's because the thing is that they're still like her and the other girl, the blonde.
Mandy Rose, your crush.
Mandy Rose, but yeah, man, I don't even know her name. How much of a crush she is, right? They're still. I feel like they're still amateurs because you can of course you can see in the wrestling sometimes they do mess up or they don't coordinate or they don't have that chemistry with the other wrestlers, but they're getting good, man. They're good.
I think so, but better. the thing that's missing from Absolution is definitely Paige wrestling.
Thanks to Sasha, she ain't there, bro.
Yeah, man, she got that. What was it? Was it a kick?
Sasha's like another Seth Rollins. He ends careers.
Dangerous wrestlers.
Thanks for taking away my favorite wrestler, Seth. Sting.
Oh yeah, man. We could have got that Sting versus Undertaker. Man, we still deserve that.
I know, man.
All right, let's move on to Seth Rollins and Finn Balor appearing on Miz TV. So this was actually kind of funny, if I remember correctly. Miz was really just trying his best to kind of get Finn Balor and Seth Rollins to go against each other, instead of kind of being like semi-allies. He kind of wanted them to just kind of be kind of bitter allies at this point, kind of removing himself from the equation and just kind of having them kind of beat each other up until Mania. And, he kind of picks up the parts. But it was funny. He had really good facial expressions, I thought. Especially at the end when they were kind of bickering and they kind of started to kind of look at him. He had like a really funny expression on his face. But then they started beating him up, right?
Yeah, they went after him. Miz, man, he got skills on the mic. He's able to. The way he did that segment was really cool.
It was. I thought it was a really fun segment. Yeah.
And they had a match, right?
No, it was just on Miz TV.
Was it just Miz? I thought no, they had a match.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a match.
What the hell?
Seth Rollins lost to Finn Balor.
Oh, you're right. That was later in the show. That's right. That was later in the show.
Okay, so we're going down. I thought they had it right away.
No. That was later in the show.
We'll go into it later.
The Bar versus the Miztourage. That never started. That never happened. The Miztourage just went in and attacked the Bar, and then it just turned into an all-out brawl when the Revival, Gallows and Anderson, Titus Worldwide, Rhino and Heath Slater. They all came out and they started beating up on the bar. The bar has been talking a lot of smack recently about the tag team division at Raw, and the tag team division at Raw was kind of like not having it. They were like, no, we're gonna defend ourselves, but it's kind of true. The bar has defeated everybody.
The thing is, like, I was gonna text you that day when I saw it. Raw's tag team division is not that great.
I say besides the bar, I like the club a lot.
The club, yeah, that's out of everybody I was looking at, I was like, maybe the club,
yeah,
but they're not to that stature to win. I
think SmackDown has a better tag team division.
Yes, SmackDown does have a better tag team, but I was looking at all the people there, and I'm just like, I was like, they're in a way
true. I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, I looked at them and I was just like, okay.
The bar is great. Gallows and Anderson are the only ones that I like there. Man, who else?
Nobody else. I'm not a big fan of Titus Worldwide. I'm not a big fan of the
Mr. He does something with his hands and he goes
with his muscular belly.
Muscular belly, yeah. I'm a fan of Apollo.
Apollo's good. Oh, he's a good wrestler.
I think he's good. I just don't think he's ever going to be a guy.
Yeah, they're not going to.
I ain't doing anything with him. But the Revival has shown that they can be good, but man, they've been injured all of 2017. That it's kind of, they haven't really established themselves. So it's kind of hard for us to be adding them as one of the best tag teams in Raw when it's, it has to take time for them to kind of rebuild themselves after that 2017 they had.
Yeah, because the only other equal tag team was Seth Rollins and Ambrose.
Yeah,
and Ambrose and that went down the drain because of, Ambrose got hurt, and then that's over. So now Seth is going to a different road, and then you don't have anything. So I think that the shakeup is gonna take a good part in that, and I think that's the main reason they're doing it, because there's not, I don't know, some people lack on certain like tag teams. Some people, Raw lacks here, SmackDown lacks here. It's here and there, but. I hope they get some good people on Raw, at least for the tag teams. But after that match, after that happened, Braun came in.
No, it was at the end.
It wasn't at the end?
It was at the end. We'll get there.
Dude, I felt like I watched everything in the beginning.
No, it was that was actually the main event. But we'll get there.
Oh, that was the main event.
That was the main event. Yeah. So let's move on to John Cena, which my wife and I loved his promo. And my wife is not a John Cena fan. She loved his promo. I loved it. I thought it was freaking hilarious, and I thought it was great.
It was good.
I mean, it was okay. So he was kind of saying that he's gonna have to attend WrestleMania as a fan. He even made a joke with some fans. He drank a fan's beer.
Yeah, he drank a fan's beer.
I thought that was hilarious. He was like, "Hey, I could be sitting next to you, blah blah." And he says, unless Undertaker accepts his challenge, he's asking Undertaker for one more match. And he said the ball is on the dead man's court. But his promo was really funny. Like he brought up the fact that he was saying, "Oh, you're not washed up. You're not a has-been." I still see your wife posting. Oh my God,
I started laughing, bro.
My wife and I were dying when he was like, "I still see your wife posting Instagram pictures of you squatting at the gym." Oh my God, we lost it, dude. We were like, "Oh, we're gonna see the winter." That was so funny. To me it was hilarious. I really enjoyed his promo.
It was a really good promo. Yeah, and I really hope that it goes through.
Oh, I think at this point for them to
do all that,
it's for sure happening. It's for sure happening. Yeah, they wouldn't have done all that to then just make the Undertaker look like a,
like he's washed up.
The washed up
pussy that he doesn't want to fight him, because this is the second time he calls him out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
is it 2 weeks in a row? Actually, is it?
It is 2 weeks in a row.
So it's gonna be that. That's going to be one of the good matches at WrestleMania.
I think so.
And who do you think would take it?
Dang.
Because the thing is, Undertaker's done technically, right?
Yeah, I think this is it.
Cena is technically done as well, but not. He's maybe 80% in.
I don't think Cena needs the victory. I don't think he needs it. Like I don't think that's gonna make Cena anything. And this is the thing. Like, I don't want the Undertaker to be going in there losing 3 times.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Probably the Undertaker's gonna take it.
I would give it to the Undertaker. Cena does not need the win.
Yeah.
Give it to the Undertaker. Have him retire with the win. have him only lose to Lesnar and Roman Reigns throughout his whole WrestleMania career. I would leave it like that. I don't think Cena needs the victory. I think the reason that they put Undertaker and Roman Reigns last year was because they wanted to kind of rub off that I beat Undertaker at WrestleMania thing.
Yeah.
But I think if they make John Cena beat Undertaker, now it's going to be like, oh, well, now everybody could beat Undertaker now.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I think their goal is just going to be to give a good-ass match.
Yeah, I think that's what their goal should be. But I don't think Cena needs this win. I think he should just kind of lose.
Yeah, then that's right. You brought up a point that actually probably just changed my mind. That Undertaker is going to probably take it because it's probably is going to be his last match.
Yeah, well, I mean that's my opinion. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's John Cena. WWE hardly makes John Cena lose, but I would think that if they were to make him lose, the Undertaker would be a good person to lose to. You know what I mean? Like, Cena does not need to win. He's not a young kid trying to, become a star.
True.
He's also on his way out. He's doing a bunch of movies now. I think we talked about his movies career last week. He's on his way. He's on his way out. He's gonna be turning into a part timer.
Yeah.
Him beating Undertaker is not needed, and it's gonna only diminish, Roman Reigns' victory from last year.
That's true.
At least to me, that's what it's going to be like. I'm like, man, then just put everybody on there. Man, put Heath Slater against The Undertaker next year. Heath Slater will beat him. You know what I mean? It's like, at this point, you just put anybody against The Undertaker.
He's going to bring his kids.
He's going to bring all his kids, right? So it's, you want to make sure that you kind of also protect Roman Reigns' last year's victory by not showing as The Undertaker's literally washed up and he can't beat anybody anymore.
Yeah, because he's going to be Roman Reigns is going to be the champion, so he has to have some good victories under his belt, you know, and not be like, John Cena beat him, I beat him, Brock Lesnar beat him, Rey Mysterio beat him,
right?
Kalisto beat him.
Kalisto beat him, you know what I mean? Titus Worldwide beat him.
We don't want to become a Big Show, man.
Yeah,
everybody's beat the Big Show, you know. What I mean?
Exactly.
So we wouldn't want to take the Undertaker to be another Big Show.
So to me, I mean, Undertaker should win. Who knows what's gonna happen at Mania? I'm not Vince McMahon.
I just hope that it's a good match, and then Undertaker always gives a good match.
Yeah,
he's had a full year's rest, so hopefully he has enough for one more.
Yeah,
because the Roman Reigns fight was good, but you can tell Taker was tired.
Yeah,
he was out. He was. What I mean? So hopefully this year has done him good.
Yeah, hopefully that squatting on his wife's Instagram has done pretty good for him, right? All right, so we get a backstage segment with The Bar confronting Kurt Angle about their beatdown and demanded to be traded to SmackDown Live. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, the request was denied, and The Bar was kind of saying that they feel unsafe. It's an unsafe work environment all that stuff. But then they said, you know what? There's going to be a battle royal later on tonight to determine The Bar's WrestleMania opponents. So then we get Elias appearing in a neck brace. He was about to start his concert. Then he said the fans were to blame for his condition and left. So
I actually didn't even see that.
I didn't watch that either.
You didn't even give them their show?
No, this must have gone pretty quick, man. I probably was at the restroom or something because I missed this.
Oh, you missed it?
I missed it. I was watching Raw live. I was watching Raw live.
Are you sure you weren't taking the dump and it went by quick?
It could have. it for real, because I completely missed it. So I didn't even watch that. So let's move on. Finn Balor defeated Seth Rollins in a very good match. I really enjoyed it. Balor did he won with a small package. So I thought this match was really good.
It was really good. It showed both contenders' skills. It was awesome. I like both wrestlers. I love Seth Rollins. I love Balor. They're awesome. They're so athletic, man. Yeah. The way he won was the cradle. Was it kind of like he? It
was a small package.
A small package. That's what they call it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was good. Seth Rollins was surprised.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they give Finn Balor another victory over Seth Rollins, but
it's the second one.
Yeah, remember they did the Universal Championship.
Oh,
like 2 years ago.
He did beat him.
And I think, but I'm not surprised because there were, I think Miz even mentioned it in the Miz TV segment.
Yes, he did.
Where they're kind of pushing that whole thing where, hey, you can't beat, Seth Rollins cannot beat Finn Balor and blah blah blah. And
yeah, he was telling him that he has more respect for Balor because he's beat
Rollins. Yeah. So move on to the women's. Asuka. Well, Asuka came out and explained her challenging Charlotte Flair to WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss and her new BFF Mickey James, who was just kind of a heel and a face, a heel and a face, a heel and a face, and she looks like she's a heel again. They interrupt and they said that Asuka is smart not to challenge for Bliss's Raw Women's Championship. Alexa said that she wants to face the best champion in WWE, and that's not Bliss. So I was like, oh, girl.
I thought that was funny.
That was funny.
Asuka talks like Shinsuke, because they're both Japanese, and I think
Shinsuke sounds better.
Yeah, Asuka screams.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was funny the way she was like, I want the best. So
did she say to be the best, you have to beat the best?
Yes, and I think to be the best, you have to beat the best. And I picked. She said that she picked the best.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. But it was good. Actually, it wasn't bad promo. Alexa's good on the mic.
She is.
She's a little, what are those called? I don't want to say a biatch, but close to that. That's her character.
You know what? I did notice that Alexa did stumble on some of her words, but she's very good, and she gets back on it.
Yeah, she hops back on.
Yeah, she hops
back on. I thought it was good. It was a good promo, and I think that led to Asuka versus Mickey James, right?
Yeah. And Mickey James won? No, I'm just playing.
No.
Asuka.
Mickey James broke Asuka's record on a Monday Night Raw out of nowhere.
Someday on March 12th. No, Asuka defeated Mickey James. It was a classic, Asuka match. Made her tap out.
We wouldn't think Mickey James was gonna win.
Yeah, absolutely not. Now this. Okay, so now they go backstage with Bliss. Goes with Nia Jax, and she says that she loves her and blah blah blah. Apparently, Nia Jax was supposed to be part of Mickey James and Alexa Bliss's little group, and she kind of abandoned them. Right, that's why Bliss went backstage, because she was pretty pissed off and say, "Hey, you kind of abandoned us, but we still love you. To kind of have you in my corner next week." Yeah, you can. All right, cool. They're buddies. We go on to the next match with Nia Jax, who defeated Joan King, Jobber.
Yeah, I was like, not even the announcers know these people's names. I was like, that's so sad.
Jobber number 826. So Jax won, obviously, with the Samoan drop, which I think she should show Ronda Rousey how to do a Samoan drop, because Ronda Rousey's Samoan drop was scary in Elimination Chamber.
What did she? I think she did like sideways.
It was weird.
It came out pretty.
It was
pretty
weird.
Bad,
but Nia Jax has a good Samoan drop. So when she's half Samoan, so she should have a good Samoan drop.
Samoan drop. All the Samoans in WWE have a pretty good Samoan drop.
The Usos have a good one,
and they actually are the only ones that actually almost just do it. The Samoan drops.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns does it a lot. The Usos do it a lot. Nia does it a lot. Who else?
The Rock would do it a lot.
Yeah, The Rock. See, I don't know. I guess that's just one of their moves. But yeah, that's how Joan King lost to Nia Jax. So sorry about that, King.
After the match, Nia overheard. So this was a little weird when I saw this, because I was like, man, if you're Mickey James and Alexa Bliss talking backstage and you see a camera, wouldn't you be and a boom mic? Wouldn't you be a little bit more careful with what you say? Maybe go somewhere more private.
Bro, it's funny because I was thinking the same thing. Okay. Who was I telling? I think it was my sister was watching it with me. Okay. And she was all like, she was high. She was high, right? And she's watching it with me. And she's all like, dude, this is awesome. This is like a novela. So it's a soap opera. And I was like, technically. And we're watching it, right? In my head, I'm looking at it. I'm like, what excuse are they going to use of why the camera's rolling and everybody's watching them while they're talking smack about Nia Jax, right? Because I saw the camera, I saw everything. And then when the girl came in and said, oh, we were supposed to have an interview, everything's been on. And I was just like, oh, okay.
I'll be like, somebody get me my lawyers. This is a women's locker room and you have cameras spying on us.
For real.
Without our consent.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so that's what they're gonna do. Because I'm like, what's their explanation to? Okay, I'm talking smack in front of a camera,
which is probably gonna lead to a Nia versus Alexa Mania match.
Correct. I think that's what's gonna end up happening.
Yeah, but exactly what you said. Charlie Caruso comes out and just kind of says to you guys been recorded. You guys have been live all this time, man. Oopsie.
Oh my God. And then Charlie's like, so I guess there's not gonna be an interview. And I'm like, no,
man, they taking off. You got Nia Jax coming in angry looking for them and tearing apart that dressing room.
I think Nia Jax is going to beat Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, it's her time.
In WrestleMania.
It's her time. Yes. It really is. I like her.
I think Alexa Bliss's reign is over. And I think it's time to have Nia Jax up there. And,
it is.
And she's very dominant. She's really good. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, one of the main reasons why they are going to switch Asuka to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't. SmackDown needed one more good, women's wrestler. And I think they got it with Asuka. And I think now the women's divisions are pretty equal on both sides, I would say. I know we were talking about the tag team. I still think the tag team division is stronger in SmackDown than it is in Raw. I think SmackDown needs help in the mid card. Bringing somebody or even upper card. Bringing like a Rollins or a Finn Balor.
Well, I heard about supposedly Rollins might move to SmackDown in the shakeup.
Yeah.
So that would be a good face for them. I feel like they're SmackDown's trying to push the mid cards, which is the United States Championship, but you really only have Randy Orton and Bobby Roode
and Jinder.
Not a big fan of Jinder.
I'm a big fan of his theme song. I like his theme song for some. I like a lot of these theme songs for some reason. Dude, for real, man. All right, so we move on to the main event where Braun Strowman out of nowhere won the tag team battle royal.
What was that about, man?
That came out of nowhere.
I really thought that they were just gonna throw him over between all of them.
I thought,
and
so
I'm
too.
like, this is just. But what are they gonna do with him? What is he gonna do? WrestleMania, him versus the Bar? Are they gonna get him a partner or what?
That's where I know my wife and I were talking, and she was like, "Has it happened before where one person has held the tag team championships?" And I don't remember it. I don't remember one person holding the championship. I remember, I know I've seen one person defend the tag team championship because maybe an injury for his partner or, something, but not one person winning and being the tag team champions. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that with Strowman.
They're trying to put gold on Strowman. That's what they're trying to do. So I guess they're trying to think outside the box, you would say, with this.
Pretty outside.
But I don't think it would. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know, because I'm like, why are they gonna give him a partner? I'm like, well, why would they? He won by himself. So it's like, if you really think about it, if one man beat all these men tag teams by himself, why can't he face two people?
Well, if they were to give him a partner, who would you want as his partner?
It's because if you pick anybody, say from the higher card or anything like that, it in a way it still wouldn't even be fair.
What about like an Elias? I know they've had their beef, but what about like, he's like, hey, Kurt Angle told me I need to look for a partner. You're going to be my partner. And Elias is like, I don't want to be a partner. You're going to be my partner. or something.
That wouldn't be bad. And,
and
Elias is a good wrestler, so I wouldn't be surprised that if they do that. I don't know. Maybe WWE is just trying to, pretty desperate to do something with the tag teams.
Yeah.
And they're all like, hey, let's just put Strowman on there and see who we pair him up with.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I thought it was surprising. It was cool though.
Yeah, I thought so too.
He took care of all of them. So we'll see what happens. Have you heard about that? They're gonna bring tag team championships for women after WrestleMania. I
heard that they were considering it. Now, is this going to be for two different brands?
I think so.
Probably. So SmackDown Tag Team Women's Championship and
I think so.
A Raw one.
Because how would it work if it was only one?
It's true. Well, I guess defending it on both brands.
Working
both shows.
Working both shows. That would be the only time. But yeah,
I do like that idea. I really do like that idea.
It would give a lot of the girls something to do.
Yeah,
pair them up.
I like the idea a lot. I just don't know if I like it for both, like for each brand, just because
it'd probably be too much.
Well, it's just not a lot. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I think it would be cool because there's a lot of the girls that don't do much on
and
there.
There's probably gonna be more girls being called up after Mania from NXT.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
be
surprised.
A few from NXT coming in and stuff like that. The women's division is just barely starting.
Yeah.
It's growing and it's gonna be as big as the men's division. And I think it would be ideal that they do get some women championships.
No, I think it's a great idea.
That would be awesome. You know, the tag teams that they can be like, you know, some good tag teams would be awesome.
I think it'll be a great idea. I just don't know if each brand should get their belt or if it should just be one WWE Women's Tag Team Championship belt and they have to defend it on both brands.
I don't think they would do that because there's a
they're trying to separate the brands.
Yeah, they're trying to separate the brands, and there's a certain belt for each brand. You know, the Universal and the World and the Intercontinental Championship and the U.S. Championship. You know, stuff like that. So I think they were probably gonna end up doing one of each. You know, for each brand.
Yeah,
but I think that would be cool, man.
I think so too. All right, we're gonna move on to SmackDown because we've been blabbing for a long time now.
For real.
So let's move on to SmackDown. SmackDown opens with AJ Styles. And he says his WWE journey has been unbelievable, but not impossible. His dreams will come true at WrestleMania with his dream match. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out and interrupts him and says that his dream will come true at WrestleMania too. He will become the WWE champion. And then Rusev Day comes out.
Hey man, I'm a fan of Rusev's, man. I gotta give it to that guy. He's a good wrestler. He gave him a good match.
Yeah, he did.
He takes him to his limits the same way he took Shinsuke to his limits. He did the same thing to AJ. Like I said, he's gonna get a pretty good push after Mania.
Yeah.
What do you have on Shinsuke and AJ? AJ is gonna take it.
No, I think Shinsuke.
For real?
Yeah, I think they're ready for him, like to be the guy. Yeah, I think Shinsuke. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll open up new feuds for Shinsuke.
Because it's been the same ones actually with Shinsuke and Nakamura.
Yeah.
It's been. I don't know, man. What are they gonna do with AJ? And I know he's on his way out, but I think he still has like a year in him.
Nah, I think they're just gonna float AJ around and just kind of have him do other programs with other wrestlers.
Kind of like what Cena.
Kind of Cena, maybe.
Cena, kind of what he's doing.
Yeah, but AJ defeated Rusev. It was a good match. It was pretty short if I remember correctly. 8 in English, Oh
yeah, he got mad and he.
Yeah. So after the match, Nakamura saved Styles from that 2-on-1 beatdown. And then we move on to the Bludgeon Brothers defeating Big E and Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso and Big E were solos. Their partners have been, destroyed
because of FastLane.
Yeah, and FastLane by the Bludgeon Brothers. So so Jimmy Uso and Big E decided to put their differences aside for the night, and try to get redemption for their friends and for his brother. So they still got beat up.
Yeah, they got their ass beat, to tell you the truth. It was a cool match and everything, but no, it wasn't. I don't know. They're good, man.
Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers are pretty good. They're strong and they're very powerful. So
yeah, I like that.
They tore them up, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a really good tag team match. I really do. This is gonna probably of the tag team matches on WrestleMania that I remember, this is probably gonna be the best one.
Hey, and the WWE has been pushing the Bludgeon Brothers pretty well.
Yeah, they have.
They've been making them look strong, make them look unstoppable.
Yeah,
that's what they wanted, and
and
that's what it is. So I always thought, I'm like, they keep putting them with jobbers, and I was like, what would it be, when they fight like a regular tag team, And I just saw it, and it was almost the same outcome. So it just took a little longer.
Yeah, it did.
It just took a little longer.
Yeah. So let's move on to the Asuka but Asuka and Charlotte Flair promo. They had a face-to-face meeting. Flair was, saying she's going to end the undefeated streak, and Asuka said she bows to no one because no one is ready for Asuka. And I don't think nobody's ready for her yet.
I don't think so.
We talked about this last week, and I'm done with the undefeated streak. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for somebody to be ready for Asuka.
Dude, I don't think Charlotte's gonna end it, but I hope there's a turn of events.
Yeah,
and they're all like, Charlotte, you're gonna beat her. But
I think if Charlotte were to win at Mania, I think my wife and I would pop really big, because I think we would be like, yes, like the undefeated streak is finally over, because we're done with it.
It's too long. What are y'all trying to do? A full on year? What is it, right? A full on year. She's at 260 something.
I'm probably gonna be able to retire by the time that streak is done.
It won't last that long. It won't last as long as it already has been. They need it. WWE. Y'all need to end that.
Yeah, it needs to come to an end.
Let the Flair do it.
Yeah,
but I really think what's her name? Ronda's gonna take it probably.
Yeah, probably all the way till SummerSlam. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised. All the way to August. I'm saying all the way to August.
It's too long, man. I'm tired of them promos.
It's super long, and I'm done with it. But I think that's where it's heading. Well, I guess we'll see. So then, very awkwardly, Randy Orton interrupts, but comes obviously because he has some stuff to say and stuff like that. But I don't know how they the way it was cut. I don't know if you watched it, right? You watched. He SmackDown?
Came in, but where did he come in?
No, he came in, but the girls were still in the ring. I literally felt like Randy Orton had something to say to the women.
Have you noticed they've been doing that a lot?
Yes, I have.
They've been doing that a lot. Rude did it to Charlotte and the Riot Squad. And then I guess the Riot Squad addressed it, that he was going to regret it on Twitter. You know how they do it on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, they're a little beef.
What was another one that I seen? They're in the middle of having a conversation, but the music of somebody comes and the match starts. And sometimes they go to commercials and they come back and there's a match.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife was like, my wife was like, wait, what the hell just happened? She was like, why is Randy Orton interrupting these women? Because it felt that way. It felt like Randy Orton came in and was about to RKO Charlotte and Asuka. No,
I don't know why they've been doing that. I don't know.
It just feels so weird. I feel like they can, after that little Asuka and Charlotte, they could have cut to commentary or something and then brought out Randy Orton or something, or cut to commercials. Have Randy Orton in the ring by then, or something. If they wanted to have Randy Orton's entrance, they could have just cut to the announce table or something. It just felt so awkward.
I just think it's weird.
It's super weird. But, Randy Orton was there. One thing that he hasn't done until now is become the U.S. champion. So he's now a Grand Slam champion. And, Bobby Roode earned his respect at FastLane, but the title's now his. Roode comes in, interrupts, and congratulates Orton. But he has his rematch, and it's going to take place at WrestleMania. So then Jinder Mahal comes out and taunts Orton and Roode, reminding Orton that he beat him last week and promised to beat Roode tonight, which he does. Jinder Mahal beats Bobby Roode by distraction.
From what are those called? His minions?
The brother. What is his? Damn it. What the hell?
I was going to say the Shinsuke brothers.
Oh, the Singh brothers. The Singh brothers. There you go. I was like, I needed to find the letter it began with.
There's only one, actually.
Yeah, there's only one. The other one got destroyed by Randy Orton.
Jinder has beat Randy Orton in many occasions. Yeah. I don't think there's been one that's been just one-on-one fair, nobody getting in, but that's just the way Jinder wins. So I think that's why he beat Roode. So he can be like, okay, we're going to put him in,
he deserves a spot
in Mania because he's beat both the guys,
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're going to end up doing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this is fine. I dig this. I think all those three deserve to be in that WrestleMania card. Whether you like Jinder Mahal's WWE Championship reign last year or not, he tried. He put in some work, and he deserves to be at WrestleMania. That's how I feel. We're gonna move on to Carmella defeating Naomi. She won with the roll up after pulling Naomi's hair off the rope. She pulled her hair. There was a lot of hair pulling in this match. That's for damn sure. But again, Carmella looking strong, or at least trying to look strong, because we talked about it. She's got to go in strong.
Yeah, they got to make her look good. They got to make her look in strong.
They have to at least tease the fact that Carmella might end that undefeated streak and cash it in on Asuka. Once Asuka beats Charlotte.
I think what's going to happen, she's going to cash in. She's going to try to beat Asuka, but Asuka's going to submit her right away.
Yeah.
That's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah.
It sucks for her, but hey.
It does.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I like her style. I like her J's.
Her J's.
That's all she wears. She's Jordans.
Yeah. And then not really the main event, but what ended the show, Shane McMahon made his WrestleMania announcement saying he would be taking a leave of absence as commissioner, and general manager Daniel Bryan would be going at it alone starting next week. But he made one more match. He made Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 34, which if I remember correctly, the fans were like, right? We've seen this like a million times.
Bro.
But this is obviously not their plan. This is just a little. I mean, I think the match is going to involve Shane McMahon. You know what I mean? And I think that's when, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come out. They appear. They beat the hell out of Shane McMahon, drag him to the back. They powerbomb him into a stack of like metal objects or whatever the hell it was. And we go off air with Shane McMahon barely being able to breathe and being taken off on a stretcher.
He actually looked like he got hurt, believe it or not. It looked like they hurt him.
He took a beating.
Like, they looked like they hurt him.
Yeah.
Like, they told him before it was going to happen.
Yeah, he took a beating.
You know what? You're about to get your ass beat, so be ready. But I think that this match has been waiting to happen for months past. In the past, that the whole Shane thing, I read in other sources that he's going to, technically just become a wrestler in a way.
It's probably gonna be a triple threat, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a triple threat. I think so.
Yeah.
I think, and I have a feeling Shane might end up winning this time.
If I start seeing in the coming weeks that they're pushing the fact the hey, I'm doing this for my family, and I'm doing this for my family because you attacked my father, or you did this or you did that to my family. If I start seeing that, I'm gonna say Shane is winning.
I thought that he was out there to announce that he was gonna be in the match with them. I thought that he said, I'm gonna step down from being commissioner, and then I'm gonna be we're gonna do a threat match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I thought that's what he was gonna say, but then he just said no, it's just gonna be them
taking
too.
Off deuces.
But they came out here and destroyed. Dude, the whole chair situation. I'm like, I know that
the throat one is that what you're talking about?
I know that like everything's not everything's choreographed, and straight fake, but dude, that chair, I don't know, even if it's aluminum, just like thin aluminum, and they put his head in between that thing, they pushed him into that pole, man. I was just like, dude, that's some crazy. You can end somebody like that, like even the slight mistake, or if you threw him wrong something like that.
All it takes. That's all it takes.
Man, I was like, dude. And then when he power slammed him, it was not
power bomb.
Power bombed him onto those
metal
rails. That's
metal
actually
rail,
metal, bro.
Yeah.
So I was just like, dude, that sucks. This dude's gonna be.
He took an ass whooping.
He took a pretty good ass whooping.
Yeah, he did. And again, it's going to lead to a match at WrestleMania.
It's gonna be a good match. You know that when Shane McMahon's in the match, it's gonna be a good match.
I still think there should be a stipulation to this match.
Okay.
I think I don't know. Like I get maybe like street fight or something. Like just
there's
beat the hell out
always
of
a
each other.
stipulation when it comes to this. When either it's a cell or something.
I don't think it's gonna be a cell.
No, it's not gonna be a cell because his cell's overrated because he's known for that. Yeah. So it's probably gonna be something like that. Maybe a good street fight, dude. Yeah. Make it a TLC or something like something. You know crazy what? It's
because there's right now they're just announcing matches, but I feel like we're missing some things in some of these matches. There needs to be some stipulations added, which I think there will be. I think they'll start adding stipulations as the weeks go by to some of these matches. Maybe kind of sprinkle in some dessert on top of these matches. So yeah, we'd love to see a TLC match. Maybe that Intercontinental Championship. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you're right. They need to do because that's true. There's nothing interesting about these matches. Yeah, other than the whole Brock Lesnar and everything that they're trying to build it up, but it's just like they need something like you said, a TLC or
add
maybe
something on top of these.
Add
something on top of these.
Just make people be like, oh, this is gonna. If this was already a good match, this is gonna be a better match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a better match.
And it's
like that cherry on top.
Yeah, and it's WrestleMania, so you would expect something like that. So
yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I guess that wraps up our FastLane. Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live, recap and opinion and show. But yeah, this is kind of what's gonna be every week. We're just gonna blab about things we've read. The results for Raw and SmackDown. Obviously, this took a little bit longer because of the pay-per-view. But I mean, this is what's gonna be every week.
This is gonna be every week. So if you like, WWE. SmackDown, Raw. You guys just like to hear other opinions of what's going on, backstage drama,
For your mama.
predictions, anything. We try to talk about it. We do a little research before we got there. Last week I didn't watch the.
You didn't watch.
I didn't
nothing.
watch the show.
You didn't watch nothing. You left me dry,
dude. I was just like, but no, I made an effort. If I didn't watch it, I got Hulu on my phone.
Yeah, there we go.
And I go back and I watch them and everything. So man, I love wrestling. I think it's an awesome sport. So
yeah,
WrestleMania is coming up. Be ready.
Yeah, be ready for a 8-hour podcast.
Dude, you know what's gonna suck? That it's gonna be an 8-hour because it's gonna be WrestleMania, which is the first 6. Right. And then you got Raw, and then you got SmackDown. Raw's gonna be long.
Raw's gonna be 3 hours.
Yeah, the WrestleMania after
that should be good.
I mean, the Raw after WrestleMania is always good. It's actually one of the best.
Crowd's hot.
Yes.
It's a good time to debut people. Even the SmackDown. I think last year Shinsuke debuted after WrestleMania on SmackDown Live.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I think he interrupted Miz when Miz was still there.
Yes. You know something we didn't talk about? I know we're about to end. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey against.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Why
they
did
weren't
we
even
not talk
there.
about that, bro?
Dude, they weren't there. And supposedly Ronda was advertised for all the weeks coming up until WrestleMania.
He was going to be there. She was going to be there every single Raw. They said it.
They said
she was going to be in every single Raw.
And now I read that they backtracked it, and they're like, nah. And they give him Snickers. Did you read that, bro?
No.
Okay, I got to show you an article after we're done with this. But there was an article that I read that because people were pissed because Ronda was advertised for Monday Night Raw, that WWE gave the fans who were complaining, I guess, Snickers.
Wow. Wow.
That's what I read. I was not there, so I don't live. Where'd they have it? Detroit? I think they were at Detroit on Monday. I don't live there. I don't live anywhere near those, or I don't know. I don't even have anybody that I know that might have gone there. But that's what I read. And look for it, bro.
Were like angry? Grab a Snickers.
Grab a Snickers, right? I don't know if that's what they were, or say, hey, we have a bunch of Snickers because they're our sponsors or what. But people were pissed and they were handed Snickers.
Dude, Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle are gonna win, and I think Ronda Rousey's probably gonna win by submission.
Yeah, for sure. They gotta make her look strong. They're invested in her. They have to win.
They have to make her shine.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to make her shine. I hope it just doesn't look too choreographed, with just everything planned out.
That will be a podcast for another day because we can talk about that for a while too.
Yeah, I just hope that doesn't happen, but. We've seen many matches like that.
We have,
but yeah, WrestleMania next Thursday, right?
WrestleMania.
Wait, no,
hell no.
I'm saying WrestleMania is April. I'm just saying our podcast is gonna be showing next Thursday.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I was a little off today.
I know, man. You needed a Snickers.
I need a Snickers, guys. I need a Snickers. I was expecting Ronda Rousey on Monday.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that is it for our podcast today. Like John said, every Thursday we're going to be releasing a podcast. Hopefully we get accepted to iTunes already. I already submitted our application to iTunes. So hopefully this will be on iTunes already. But right now we're just doing it on YouTube and on, SoundCloud. So hopefully it'll be on other platforms very, very soon in the near future. But for now, you guys have a good night. Thank you for listening. Anything to say, John? Any last words?
No, man. Good night and God bless. This is Jonathan. Until next time.
This is Mike, and we'll see you guys next week.